Liverpool lost 3-1 to Leicester in what was a mad 7.5 minutes. After Liverpool dominated and looked like they were going to win the game outright for the first 70 minutes. Alisson again coming up and absolutely ballsing stuff up for 2 games in a row now. My question to you, Alex, is do you think Alisson should be benched for the next game? And do you think Liverpool really are at risk of not making the Champions League?
So, Alisson, will he be benched for the Merseyside Derby? For me, personally, I wouldn't. I mean, we've seen both when Adrian and, is it Keller?
Yep.
The young Irish goalkeeper they have, both times when they've come in, they've been very inconsistent. And don't get me wrong, I know Alisson is on a rough patch at the moment, but as the famous phrase goes, form is temporary, class is permanent. I think you would rather have like kind of a half-firing Alisson than maybe, a potential like mess up by their number 2 or number 3 goalkeeper. So for me, Alisson's a little bit undroppable. If a few games down the row he's still making these mistakes, then I would maybe ask that question. But I think at this moment in time, you've got one of the biggest games on the calendar for them. And if there's any chance that Alisson could be on top form, then you've got to play him.
Yeah, I mean, I know Alisson has been going a bit crazy, but I also attribute that to the fact that the defense is absolutely makeshift. There's not a lot of confidence in that back four, and that maybe goes to the goalkeeper as well. Yeah, would you like your goalkeeper, showing leadership and taking charge? But you also got the fact that the midfield is makeshift as well, so they can't control the midfield as well as they used to, that we've seen from Liverpool, and be able to game manage. They did really well for 70 minutes. The other option is, I think that if I'm not wrong, their second goalkeeper is Adrian, and you know how error prone that goalkeeper can be. So it's very stressful. I wouldn't put Adrian back in for a Merseyside derby. I feel like it's too much. Champions League places, though.
I'll tell you what, before you get into that, I just want to piggyback on what you say. I think it's a very good point you make about his confidence with that back line. Because you have to think about it. Van Dijk, one of the best defenders in the world last season, and he's a leader. He's vocal. So you lose that, and then you lose the other 2 down the pecking order. It must be very, very hard for Alisson to kind of deal with that situation and have a completely new back line. So I just think that was a very good point. I just wanted to piggyback on.
Thank you. I also think that the title is out of the reach right now, and Klopp, he should just stick with his best players, and because you need to motivate them again for the next season to really start another title challenge. But Champions League, because Liverpool are so talented, such a good team, people would just nail them on for a Champions League spot. No one ever thought that it was not a possibility going into the season. But at the end of the day, the defense is makeshift, and it's going to be like that for the next couple of weeks. And the fact that you got Leicester winning as well, beating them, and you got Man United, okay, they're not getting the greatest results at the moment, but they're still putting lots of pressure on Liverpool, and there's a possibility that this may happen, which seems weird. More than you wouldn't have expected this at the beginning of the season.
Oh, 100% not. And I think to answer your question as to do I think they will get Champions League football, I don't know, because this new kind of form, this downward turn in form is quite new for Liverpool, and I'm not sure how they're going to react. I would say the saving grace for Liverpool is this season, so many teams have been inconsistent. It just takes a small run of form to get back up there, and maybe to get as high as second. It's just that Liverpool kind of on a downward slope a little bit, and teams around them, I wouldn't say on an upward slope, but they're just doing a little bit better than Liverpool. So it's difficult to say whether or not they'll get into Champions League. I do think they have the quality to do it. I think they have more quality than the teams above them at the moment. But in this, this crazy season, a few of the teams around them could go through a purple patch and absolutely fly past them. But it could also be Liverpool will do that. We just don't know.
Yeah, really stressful. I feel like only the attackers, the front line, and the fullbacks are operating currently for Liverpool. So it's going to be tough no matter what.
So that was topic 3. That was the third and final topic. The 2 questions are: should Alisson be benched for the Merseyside Derby? And do you think Liverpool are going to get into the Champions League places?
Okay, that is all for the Premier League roundup here at Fickle Sports. If you could, give us a like, subscribe, it will really help us out. And we will see you next time.
We'll see you next time.